What the hell is going on inside their heads that makes them so dysfunctional? And in all social anthropology, men are busy trying to control other men, right? So the first laws are about incest. Do not screw your mother, okay? Do not screw your daughters. Do not screw your sisters. The laws are not really sisters stop screwing your brothers, okay? And moms stop screwing. It's not that way round. So the origin of law, when you look at it from a social anthropology point of view, it's men controlling men because we know we're out of control, right? We're just out of control. So the origin of law is about contracts between men. Now, women have come along and got wrapped up in that, and that's a different thing. But initially, the problem was never, how do we control women? It's like, how the hell do we control men? Okay, they're out of control. The young generations don't listen to the older ones. There are disputes over sexual jealousy between men. Okay, so we need to figure out the men. So that's 101 social anthropology. Freud comes along, and in Totem and Taboo, which was in 1913, he writes a book and says, okay, I'm going to have a look at the psychology of this, right? And he comes up with a bunch of ideas. And what he says is, men are clearly a problem. And he tries to look at the relationship between young men and their fathers. Okay? And he's saying, this is where I want to locate the psychological problem. There's something wrong with young men and their fathers. And there's something about young men that can't handle the fathers. And there's something about the fathers that can't handle the young men. So the fathers try to control the young men in the tribe or the village or whatever, okay? The young men resent it, so they want to kill the father. So laws are psychologically coming about because young men and old men are basically in a life and death struggle. Now, feminism came along and said, oh, Freud's talking rubbish because he doesn't involve women. And that's correct. He doesn't involve women, right? Doy, because women are not the problem.
Exactly.
The problem is with men. What did he say about men? Right? He's saying they are seriously out of control sexually and in terms of aggression, and that's why they need laws. And we have this constant fight between the older men and the younger men, and that's a psychological problem right off the bat, just there on the level of social anthropology. Okay,
that's interesting. My question to you is, after analyzing men, what do you think the likelihood is of men actually becoming consciously aware of their own behavior and noticing that it's a problem? Because we have a lot of men on the planet.
Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned Carl Jung. Okay, now Jung had a different take to Freud. Okay, he's saying, I can't believe that this is just biological. I can't believe this is just sexual. So he comes up with this idea about archetypes. Okay, there are blueprints in the universe, okay, psychically, of male and female contrasexual archetypes, okay, that live in all of us, okay. But if you're a man, you're going to have a male archetype as the dominant, okay, and you're going to look for the feminine archetype. And women are going to look for the male archetype, all right? So Jung is working at that level. Now, in the Jungian model, change is only going to come when that archetype gets so negative, creates so much pain, that it throws the male psyche into crisis. And that's what you're seeing now, is that men are having to face an unprecedented crisis, which I think a lot of your viewers already know. So it's a situation where women are more intelligent, they're performing better in educational circles, they are starting to get jobs, even though there are issues with gender diversity and pay gap and so on, okay? But they are making progress. They're getting financial economic independence, so they don't have to put up with men anymore, okay? So when did this happen? So there is a massive shift in the collective psyche that's going on societally, and it has come about, that's one of the benefits of capitalism, is that if you have the cash as a woman, you don't have to put up with a man. And that's what's hurting the men a lot, okay? And that, I think, is what the Andrew Tate stuff and the whole men's movement trying to rally around that is trying, it's a defensive move, okay? It's like, whoa, we're losing our power, we don't have the social structures anymore. These women are becoming too independent. God damn the feminists. So now we have to mobilize, but they can't mobilize because this is a historical force that's too big for them.